Hello, hello. How is everyone? Hello, hello. How is everyone? Hi, Julia. I'm very good. I'm excited about this topic, speaking with you about that. I'm just checking my equipment because I'm hearing myself. There's some stuff. So let me just take one moment. If they have any open stuff. So are you excited about this subject we're gonna be speaking about Dark Night of the Soul. Some people saying the spiritual awakening. So I am very excited about speaking about that because I know it can create confusion. It can create isolation and feeling like you are alone. So we will be exploring this subject today. So if anyone who is going through that journey, my intention is that you feel more clear and you have better understanding, and with that understanding you're not feeling that alone. Some people may feel like they are going crazy, that no one understands them. There's many things that can happen on that journey, especially that when we have no understanding really what is happening. So the dark night of the soul is not depression. It's not like anxiety. It's a soul journey. It's a really purification. It's a soul purification. With that, you may feel that no one understands you. I'm gonna share here my story. So all what I'm gonna share with you is based on my story, based on my partner's story, because he's still going through that dark night of the soul. I'm gonna also bringing some different example how my friends going or went through that journey as well. So I give you some different examples so you may have bigger picture what to expect and what the stages are on this journey. So I'm just curious here. Are you on that journey? Do you feel like you are going through that spiritual awakening? I'm just curious what is here in this group. Yes. I'm very good, Sarah, darling. I definitely am. Okay, I am. I think so. I hope I am. Okay. Absolutely, definitely. So some of you know that for sure you're going through that. I feel like I am beginning. Yes, Erickson, absolutely. And we're gonna be talking about this. Not too far along. Yeah. So I'm gonna share with you stages and share a bit of my story. So it's like I mentioned, it's a soul journey. The truth is, nothing can help you on that. If you're seeking, I don't know, certain remedies on that, there's nothing like that. You really, it's really your own journey. What I want to say, that on this journey, on this specific journey, you are never alone. You will always find someone that will be your guide, your teacher, who will be supporting you on this journey. This can be your mentor. This can be someone who helping you, basically mentoring you, or like a healer. This was my case. Or it can be a friend or your partner. But there will be someone in your life supporting you. So the universe or the source, whatever you are connected with, whatever you believe, the divine energy never gonna allow you to be alone on that journey, because it's not easy journey. There is a lot of pain, for sure. There is a ego death stages where we need to face ourselves in so many different ways. And therefore, you're gonna have always someone who will be supporting you on this journey. So what can trigger that journey? And I just want to share that being on this journey is a true gift. Even many times it feels like it's not. Because how many times I was thinking to myself, what the hell, it's just like, when this gonna be over, because there is so much pain, and the pain is on soul level, because it's soul journey. So what can trigger that? It's very often loss. You lost someone. In my case, was my brother committed suicide. And this kicked my ass, and this started whole my journey of awakening. It can be also breakup. It can be divorce. It can be being, becoming like being made redundant, losing job. So it can be so these big events can truly start that awakening journey. Just want to tell you that if you wouldn't be ready for this journey, it wouldn't happen for you. So if you are on this journey, this means that your soul is ready for that, and you are ready for this purification. But this is because it is pure. It is a purification on every level. It's a rebirth of your soul. Yes, exactly. Or life-changing events. But they are big events, absolutely. I mean, it can happen in anything, can trigger that, to be honest. If you're meant to be on this journey, you will be on this journey. So let me share with you some stages so you have better understanding, and I hope this will help you with that journey. So at the beginning, it can feel like part of you is dying. Like you want to go home, like, there's so much pain that you feel like, I'm done with it. And it's again, the pain is on soul level. It's so deep. This journey is on really soul level. And you can ask yourself many questions, why am I going through this? Why am I punished? Feel absolutely how this is happening, why this is happening. So for me, when my brother died, I felt empty, like someone said here, Ron. I thought that at first I'm going for grief. Of course, I went for grief because this is normal process. But then I realized that I went more than grief, because there was emptiness. There was feeling of being lost. There was a feeling that nothing makes sense. Suddenly you see things differently. The perspective, how you see life, has changed so much that you don't know any longer who you are and, where you belong sometimes. I felt that way, that so much things changed in me, and like part of me died with my brother, with his death, that, certain conversation, I just couldn't continue the same conversation. I couldn't continue to be with certain people. It felt very lonely. I felt like no one gets me. And it feels like, yes, absolutely, Christine, it feels like you've been cut down on the knees. Absolutely. I just felt definitely like I was on the floor. On so many ways, and it was really, for me, very this strong sensation of part of me died. I'm like it felt like that part of me died. Um, and it can feel like I am punished. I remember I had this feeling like, why am I so punished? Why this pain is happening to me? Like, so of course I was questioning God, universe, whatever you believe, question my existence as well. So big questions happening here as well. I am a new person since my brother George died. Exactly, and definitely when I look back, I definitely rebirth myself through that. But this is the first stage where you just really want to go home. You really feel like you are done with this pain. And the next stage is what can show up. Again, I'm just sharing just some kind of stages, for you may look slightly different. And that's why I'm gonna bringing also example from my partner life. So for example, I've never experienced, let's say, fatigues, like this exhaustion, physical exhaustion. Like my partner, he's been struggling with this exhaustion for the last 3-4 years. And I know some people were in bed 7 months, 1 year, 2 years in bed through this die-off process, basically. So what can also happen that you have no energy. There are lots of fatigues, and I remember this can happen. That's why I'm sharing this with you on this live, because I know that so many people put many labels on my partner, like he's got fibromyalgia or chronic fatigues and blah, blah, blah. So all these labels were put on him because this is how it looked from outside. One of my friends, she was sharing that she was just not having energy, huge exhaustions, and of course people were thinking, judging her, that she's lazy, that she's making excuses. So from people who are outside, even like doctors may not understanding what you're going through truly. I remember when it started happening with my partner and he was in bed most of the days. We did normal checkups and everything, and all that seems okay, but still he couldn't get out of bed. And of course, you're gonna be seeking answers and why this is happening and what is this, what can help. You may feel like you need to go through many different modalities and seeking basically help. The truth is, this is your own journey. Like I said, you're always gonna be supported. You're gonna always have at least one person to support you. In my case was my mentors. They were my guides, they were my supporters. I know that from my partner, I know that I was for him for a very long time now. He is supported by his mentor, so you're gonna always have someone who helps you on that journey. Another stage is like when you're really facing your inner demons. You can, you're facing all your fears. You're facing these old beliefs that no longer serves you. It's a process of letting go of the old way of being or thinking. Definitely for me, this was all about, oh my God, realizing how many limiting beliefs I had and shifting this one by one, like literally being and facing that. And all these beliefs coming from ancestors, from land, from culture, from history, from experiences basically. So yeah, it's also painful. So like I said, I've never experienced the physical, but the emotional pain, oh God, so yes, your ego gonna screaming. I don't like actually calling ego because we have like negative association with ego, but it's you're gonna be facing yourself. Like I remember myself, like I just felt like I have mirror in front of myself and seeing all of that what I'm projecting out there. So for example, you can have paranoia, like if you are just thinking I'm attacked, I'm feeling attacked by other people, or energetically by on multidimensional level, then therefore you need to also go within and of course constantly checking with yourself, why am I projecting that, why this is happening. So in that stage, you're gonna face all your illusions, all your judgments, all your wounds, fears, everything. And of course, who has gone through this? Yes, some people call shadow work. I like to say that this is just facing basically this part of you that you've never wanted to look on a deeper level. Christine saying that you don't have someone to support you. I mean, I've never heard anyone. I've always, whoever I met and they've gone through, they always have someone. Christine sharing that, you know, for her was going through this alone. Maybe this was, you know, I don't know, but I'm speaking from my experience, what I've seen with other people, they've always had someone, even just have conversation about this or asking question. There was always someone, you know. And definitely this is your journey. So like I said, no one truly can do this for you and really help you. There is no magic pill for sure. Even you have someone that you can speak about this, you can have different understanding. They may, you know, they may support you emotionally, like just holding space for you or listen to you, what is going on, you know, or even if you are having those exhaustion, someone cook for you, or, you know, no, take care of you in some shape of ways. There will be, you know, like there is someone, you know, to support you. But in the end, you're going through this whole journey. It's your journey. It's a deep purification. And then when you go through, and here, of course, what I've heard from some people in this stage also, their psychic abilities kind of open even more. And they truly could seeing certain things, certain beings as well. So things can open up here as well as you dealing with yourself. And the next stage, when you go through this phase of facing yourself in so many different ways, there's another stage where you feel relief. There's a hope. There's a hope. You feel like, at least I felt like the grief after my brother died, I literally felt like part of me died, and then I put myself in the cage and felt very lonely. And of course I was going through whatever I was going through. And then when I got to the next stage where I started feeling like I am at the edge of the cave and I see the light. There is a hope. So this is the next stage where you allowing the surrendering. There is a hope. There is more lightness. I think I would say that kind of I made it. Like my partner felt that way when he went to do ayahuasca, because through the process of ayahuasca, he was shown many things. And this gave him deeper understanding of himself, and therefore kind of calmed him down, kind of put him in peace energy that, I made it. This is the feeling. And of course you're always going through, like, moving forward on this journey, like you're doing 2 steps forward and you're feeling really good. And then you may, in few days time, you may feel like you stepping backwards a few times. So it is constant, still is journey, still you doing healing. Apologies, I need to get water. And so you may be moving forward and backwards. This is like still you're gonna have this feeling, 2 steps forwards, 3 steps backwards. And then next stage, it's where you feel like I have a purpose, because through all this journey, you know, like, especially when you starting this journey, it really feels like, what is the purpose? Like, you feel like there's no purpose. So in that next stage, what I'm talking about is you feel, I have a purpose. For some people, like, I've changed completely career. So often this happened, that, you know, you constantly realize that actually, for example, you're not a lawyer, you are a doctor, for example, or you are an artist, or you are a healer, or whatever is your realization. You may realize that actually something else is what you're supposed to do. This was definitely my case. And when I realized this, it was also like, it was coming in with steps, you know, like first I was like failing the exams because I was studying towards becoming chartered accountant, and it was my last exams, and I just couldn't get through them. And I was like, what is going on? And then there was like small things, like I stopped enjoying my work as much. I no longer could relate to these office conversations. I no longer could do spreadsheets or budgets and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, of course, through this journey, I finally, when I got to this stage, wow, finally I knew that I need to work with people. Maybe I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to do, but I just knew that I need to work with people, and things very, very fast, they were unfolding very fast for me. And the same it's been for my partner. When he got to the stage that I have a purpose, things very fast started unfolding, huge opening. So this is how you start activating those higher chakras, basically. So not only your physical chakras, but you're really activating your higher chakras, basically, you know, like from 8, 9, 10, and you start activating them fully. You have different connection with the source, with the spirit, you know, and you're really opening on a different levels. You may open your psychic abilities, or for some people, because this is not for everyone, it depends if you are source seeds, if you are star seeds, if you are earth seeds. But for some people, let's say, they may actually realize that what they used to do, actually this is their purpose. So for example, if you were a school teacher, and then through all this journey you think, oh my God, I am not a school teacher. Maybe if you got to this stage, like, I'm actually a school teacher, but now you've reconnected with that truly on soul level. Maybe before you were more doing from mind, or from, like, you know, like you were doing, but you were not fully connected with that. But getting to this stage, you may realize, no, I am a school teacher, and now this is how I'm gonna work and impacting all these children, or other people's, whatever you're doing. So you have like a deeper understanding who you truly are and what you're supposed to do. So this also may show up. So not necessarily that you need to change career, as I did. And of course, you're still constantly processing this, because it's a purification on every level. You're shifting on every level. You're upgrading as well on every level. And then there is a stage where it's more balance. And it's really, you really know who you are. Like, there's a confidence, and no one and nothing can really take this away. You start really realigning whole your life to who you are. So, you really know what people you want to be surrounded by. You're gonna be very picky about people, places, food, what you do. So if there is not alignment, for example, in your work, definitely this will go. If there is not alignment, let's say with certain friendships or in relationship, this will go. Like on my journey, everything went. Relationship, a job, career, whole career, place where I live. I actually left the UK, I used to live in UK, and I started traveling. So everything went. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna really start aligning everything. Um, and then the last one, it's really, you really embody. Like there's a different energies, like a really embodiment of who you truly are, and it's a, you really connected with your heart. Everything what you're doing is from heart. Of course, you still have this ego death, because this is waves as well. You have the huge face, which I shared at the beginning of the journey when you're facing your inner demons. This is like first wave of, the ego death, or some people calling ego maturing. I like that actually. But when you start really activating those chakras above, there will be another wave of ego death. And again, this can open you for completely different understanding of things. On this process, you really, it's like an ego death, you're really letting go of this old programming, old way of being, and you're really connecting with your heart on so many levels. And everything, your purpose is actually love. Everything what you do, it's coming from love, from your heart. So you are really in your full power, and nothing and no one can take this away. You really embody that through all this process. So I hope this makes sense, what kind of stages are there on this journey. I want to just give you other examples from my friends, and also what's open up for me. So on this when I found my purpose on this stage, from this stage actually, my psychic ability started opening. This was my case, but also my partner as well. And it's like, it feels like you really releasing the matrix. You see all the illusions, all the control. See basically beyond even what is now happening now in the world. You truly see what is going on. Some people are opening, like they start channeling. For me, I had started understanding how the matrix created this system that we are in, creating this drama and misery. And what's been happening for me and my partner and many of my friends, that, like I said, when you're activating those chakras above, how to explain this, you're really getting out of the matrix. This is the journey of the first the journey is all about you activating this first 7 physical chakras, which of course you're going through healing, sitting with yourself with this pain, all this purification. And then it feels like, at least I can speak from my experience and my partner and many of my friends, it's like you have so different understanding and you see so differently that you start really working on getting out of the matrix. And therefore you're really activating those chakras, and you really, this is your journey. You're activating completely different level of consciousness. For me, I've learned on this journey, about matrix, about dark energies, how they put black magics, how many people have black magic. And this is what I do, actually, part of me, what I do, clearing all the black magic spells, all the implants, devices, all that stuff. And you are really aware of that, and you're really learning how to start clearing that stuff. Even I'm just giving you example. Yesterday I had huge clearing again because I started feeling like I am again foggy and I cannot see. My third eye, being blocked. And yesterday my friend helped me to clear, because when you are in fog, you then can't see because they're blocking you. I had understanding that they do target these light workers, people who really opening themselves up for completely different consciousness that they don't want. They they can block you on many different levels. They can block that connection with the source. So this was my understanding in the last phases of this journey. And of course, I'm still on this journey. Everyone is on this journey. It's a just different level of journey. It feels, it's not so painful as, of course, at the beginning. It's just, you just really opening on a different realities, basically. So this is where, now being aware what is in my energy field, what is in other people's field, clearing that, helping them to release that so they can step into their power, and just realizing that, gosh, I've just realized, like, oh my God, people think that we need to work only on traumas and inner child and so on and beliefs. And then you realize, oh my God, there's so much more. Like, there is so many things that we can be blocked by, in our energy field, So it's amazing journey. It's amazing journey. It's a gift, even if it doesn't feel at the beginning like a gift, but it's a gift. And like I said, only people who are ready for that, they are on that space. If you wouldn't ready, you wouldn't go through that, this understanding and this purification. What is very important on this journey is acceptance and surrendering, which can feel very difficult because, of course, we are all in matrix, all this conditioning, attachments. So, of course, then it's so hard to let go of that old way, so let go of certain people, let go of certain beliefs. So it's really teaching you surrendering. Like, you have no other choice. You have to surrender. I remember this moment when I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. I know I'm not accounted who the hell I am. I had to surrender. And whoever is going on that, you have to surrender, because this is the path. And acceptance where you are. Acceptance, it's a SMS as well, because yes, it will force you to accept where you are and just let go and surrender to that journey. And then you'll be guided by your soul. You'll also be guided, you'll be also guided to certain people. I definitely was, and my partner was, and so many people I know, they were, or they still are guided, who to work with, who can help them in terms of having deeper understanding, the deeper connections, and so on. Right, so let me just check some questions here. Okay, I see that you're sharing a lot. How long was the total journey? Again, it depends. It can last from few months, 7 months, 8 months, and can last few years. My journey, this first few stages, like the pain, the inner demons, was 3 years. And then after 3 years, I felt like, oh, I see the hope, I see the light. So I am on this journey to get where I am with this understanding and openness. 8 years. I know people that they can be even 15 years. And I know people who've been in this first phase 7 months. So again, it depends. Can you accelerate this, or is it better to let it run its course, go with the flow? You cannot accelerate it. It's a soul journey. You are governed by soul, not by your personality, not by what you want or your mind wants. You are governed by soul. So if you're gonna try to push it, resist it, I'm not sure how this is gonna show up for you, but it's not gonna feel good. Because whole this journey, it's really about letting go everything, even control. So this way you would like to control and speed up. This is control. And if this is your pattern, this journey will push you or force you to let go of this pattern of control, because it will surface every single pattern, every single belief that you need to let go of. It will show you in your face. If you or bring some experience, oh, you didn't hear, you didn't see it, let's bring it again until you let go of that. So let me just see. Okay, let's see other questions. And I also want to, Alana, share this here and for everyone. I highly recommend not to speeding up anything, your growth or your opening. So through traveling and being in, many spiritual communities, I've seen, and one of my friends, they were trying to force. So what I'm very often seeing, where people they haven't gone through the first stages, or they haven't healed their deep wounds or traumas, or they haven't gone through this, like activating this first, second chakra. So it's all about, working through your inner child, releasing beliefs, limiting beliefs, all of that, being connected with yourself, with the feelings and so on. They haven't done this first foundation work, and they're already working on third eye. You're gonna open organically as you healing, going through this process of purification. Each chakra will activate itself. You activate first your first chakra, then second, and they activate by itself as you go through this journey. You don't need to force anything. And what I've seen and see still, that people they haven't done the basic job yet, or work, whatever you call work. They haven't activated these first 2-3 chakras. They haven't done the basic work, and they're already working on their third eye, trying to superficially taking drugs, mushroom, other things to just open third eye. So what I've seen in this community is that they are very ego-driven, and you can sense it. Like, I've seen so many people like, I am now the teacher, I am now this healer, or I am this one. And it was just pure ego. Why? Because they haven't gone through the purification. What they even managed to open third eye a bit more, but they are in their ego, not in their heart. And that's the point, is going through this purification, because it will take you to this higher level of consciousness and connections. But it's all coming from heart, not from ego. And you see a lot of fake gurus, fake teachers, loads. They haven't done, you can sense them. They have great speech, but they don't have integrity. They don't have integrity. And I can sense them straight away. That they have great talk, but that's it. And unfortunately, people who are not connected with themselves, they don't use the discernment, and they fall for that. I have one person, and I know that she was so new on this journey, and she thought that if you are in spirituality, you must be an amazing person. There's not only light, love, and unicorns. And she went for some workshop events, and there was also one of, I call them fake gurus, who was absolutely kind of, how could I say to you, like literally possessing people with black magic and other stuff, whatever this person was doing, that this person literally lost everything. Health. She had puppy, she just gave away because she was so brainwashed. Relationship, business, everything. So we need to use discernment so much, because you're gonna see that people are trying to speed up this process, and you can't. So this is what I wanted to say. This is really important. And what I wanted to say, I really had an amazing friend in UK, and this is what she was doing. She was really forcing with all these things that she was taking to open her eye, third eye, to that point that she did. She saw portals being open, but she opened the portals for darkness. And she was not ready for that. Because you see, all this journey prepares you. Like, if I had this ability, as I have, like, seeing and being connected with this high consciousness, I wasn't ready for that. I wouldn't know how to handle that. So that's why the journey prepare you for where you gonna go, you know. And one this friend, you know, she just forced so much that journey. She, again, lots of trauma. She hasn't healed that yet. So she was full of insecurity, not feeling safe about herself. And she just, her third eye was fully open, seeing all these demons really through these different dimensions coming into her room. And she was just freaking out. And outside, it looks like she got crazy. Absolutely crazy, but she couldn't handle that. She couldn't even close that third eye, and she couldn't. And she constantly felt attacked by these demons. So that's why this is, you know, training process, you know, basically. You are, all this is preparing you for whatever you're supposed to do. Let me just see other questions. Let me just quickly check. So I hope this really makes sense. And this is really important what I said. Because I see so much damage when people are trying to force things. Right. Any questions here? People have black magic. Of course they do. I just cleared yesterday because I had black magic in my energy field. Black magic is transferable. So if you are around people who's got black magic, then you can get the black magic, and how this can show up is blocking you. You may feel like you're constantly healing and you're not going anywhere, and you're still feeling blocked with money or relationship or love, you know, like for me, it was like I felt fog last 2 weeks, like why I'm feeling fog, you know, and I had all the stuff in my energy field and I had to clear that. So one of the things when I'm working with people, it's number one, checking if they have entities in the energy field, if they have black magic, because I need to be aware if they have black magic. I'm just clearing this, but I need to be aware because this is transferable, so then I can get that as well in my energy field. There is nothing to be fearful about. It's all about energy and awareness. You can clear it, basically. It's not that problem. So that's why, so this is what I'm always checking, black magic. And of course, portals, if you have any portals opened, because there is not only light, there is also darkness. We are still living in duality. There is a matrix, so there's not only light and unicorn and love. There's also darkness. Why all this bad stuff is happening on this earth, like child trafficking, sexual, you know, like stuff, you know, the trafficking, generally, so much trauma, so much control, even what is happening globally now. There's all of this become because all these beings who've been controlling that air for very, very long time. So yes, that's why there's so many people being blocked in so many ways, especially the people who are supposed to serve or raise awareness and consciousness. You know, I'm constantly checking my field because I know that stuff just happening there, and it's really not about being fearful. You just clearing. Or if I know that I am already in fog, as happened to me yesterday, I'm like, I'm in fog, I can't see. Okay, who can help me? And of course, I have my crowd that we work together, and I'm just calling them and said, hey, I need support. I need to clear that stuff because I can feel blocked. So if you are on this journey and you're feeling like you've been healing certain aspect for a very long time, and you know that you've done it, maybe you have black magic, maybe you have some spells, maybe you have some portals, maybe your grid and etheric, emotional and mental grid is full of holes, tears, bubbles, This will definitely affect you, how you feel about yourself and how you process emotions. And therefore you may feel like, I'm doing this work, healing work, and I still am in this place. This is how it felt for me. Like, how many times I'm gonna do inner child? Come on, I've done this. I've cleared all these limiting beliefs. I've cleared that ancestor. I've cleared that. It's like, and then I came to new understanding. Wow, there is some more stuff to clear in the energy field. Wow. So this was my new understanding. And the more you're activating the higher chakras, the more you're gonna have different connection with the source and seeing. So things, of course, this is not the journey for everyone, because it depends if you are source seeds, star seeds, if you are earth seeds. We have all different purpose. But if it may happen to you like it happened to me and many of my friends, and my partner as well. The purpose, I mean, there's no benefits of black magic. Absolutely not. You want to get rid of SAP, basically. Get someone to help you, or, like SAP. The purpose is blocking. They're blocking you from being in your power. They can block your love life, money, health, connection to the source. So you're not connected with your spirit, with your guide. Very common. People who are taking any medications or drugs or drinking alcohol, this is weakening your energy. So you can create some holes in your energy field, and more stuff can come in there, and therefore more stuff for you to clear. To be honest, I'm honest with you. I'm not gonna lie here and making you then, it's just awareness. So it's nothing to be fearful. I just want to share with you. There's nothing to be fearful about. Everything is energy, and you can clear it very easily. But it's so important not to be naive. Use your discernment, because we're still living in duality. So this is really important. That's why being connected with yourself and sensing, is this person right? Or is it something off with this person? I'm out. Like, you have to do that. Or there's, like I shared with you, you may meet people who are false gurus, or like I met this lady that, this person basically, I don't know what they were doing, but they were doing not good things like black magic or mind controlling things, because this person, from being successful, gone completely opposite, lost everything. Absolutely. Amy, do you mean you came to that point when inner child work was not necessary and necessary important? Absolutely. Like, you've done this work. You've done this in the first stage, inner work, like limiting beliefs. You've done that work. And then when you're coming to this latest stages, like knowing your purpose, you're really aligning every part of your life, being surrounded by right people, doing what you're supposed to do, like being with your integrity in your heart. If you are blocked, probably there is some stuff in your energy field. And this was my new understanding. It's like, wow. Because it felt like, I'm like, how long I'm gonna heal these things? Like, certain things were coming over and over again, like not feeling safe or being scared about money or something. There's certain aspects keep coming. And I'm like, no, this cannot be true. Like, we are not here for clearing and doing inner child for forever. You do at the beginning, and that's it. You're not doing this forever. We're not here to doing this. But then I just came to realization, wow, there are other aspects where you can be connected with false greed, where you can have all this, like I said, different implants, like have false light. I had actually false guides attached to my energy field. So what that means that they give you cramps and you feel like, okay, you are connected with your guide, but you're not. So I had to release that in a false guide, basically, in my energy field. Yes, are there any tears in your chakras? Really learning how to clear your chakras, not like on a basic level if they are spinning. This is nothing. Like, really learning, is your crystal broken? Are there any tears? Is there any muddiness? Are there any webbings, all this stuff. Lots of women have webbings on ovaries. Gosh, how many times I've removed this from myself, and of course, working with women, seeing this over time, because then it's blocking you from, being in your power, being in your creative energy, creating also illnesses, like having problems with your period or things. Like, I'm just speaking, of course, for women, because I work mainly with women, and I've done this many times on myself, and constantly checking. One of the things what I came to realization is about moon. No more any ceremonies about moon. I've realized that I have literally cords with moon, and this is fake artificial energy with dark, where they had basically stationary and siphoning woman energy. So there were so many different realizations on high level, and you see suddenly so many traps that they put, especially in spiritual communities. They give you certain new concept and people follow that. And then you're like, no, this is matrix. They just give you this because they want to give you another cramp. And then you follow that. It's like, no, absolutely not. So then, I've cleared all the beliefs about moon. I've cut all that cords, and like now, no more moon ceremonies. Like, I am sovereign being. And this is really teaching you that you are the creator, you are the power, you are the God, you are the source, you are the sovereign being. You don't need any moon, you don't need anything. But of course, you need to go through this journey to come to this space to really embody this. But then you are literally walking source. Like, you have such a connection with the source with your spirit, and more importantly, with your heart. And that's why we need to honor that journey of that purification. So I hope this makes sense. This has nothing to do with religion, but you should pray everything away. What do you think? It has nothing to do with religion at all. It's really connecting with your heart, with your intuition, with your inner guidance, with whatever connection you have with. I call this source. Some people call this God. Some people call this spirit. Whatever you call that. It's really all about being connected with yourself. There's nothing to do with religion. And not trusting that inner guidance. Like I was sharing with you how many there are fake gurus or people who are just pretending someone, but they are not. They haven't even done basic work. How do you know that? By being connected with yourself on a deeper level. How do you know if someone is having good intention or not? By being connected. The inner guidance, your heart, your body will tell you, don't follow this person. Don't go there, or go there. Follow this person, speak with this person. This is how I've been guided to all my teachers and everything, following that inner guidance. Go there, drive there, leave that country, move there. Was it scary? Was. For my mind, absolutely was, because mind is all about safety. I wanted to be in my safe box and not moving and knowing everything what is next. And here, you just really surrendering, not having clue what's going to happen. And I left with one rucksack, the UK. I didn't have clue where I'm going to end up. And going from Cyprus, Thailand, and Bali, like, no idea. I just trusted my intuition, trusted my heart, trusted the guidance. That's it. How do you, we all have, you don't need to awake, we all have that intuition. It's sitting with your heart. One of the beautiful meditation what you can do and practice every day is just putting your hands on your heart and just sitting in silence. Not seeking anything, not asking, not begging, not trying to understand. Just being with your heart. And being with your body, because your body also communicates with you all the time. So if something doesn't feel right, you're gonna feel that you either like shrinking or feels heavy, feels not right. That's why people are so much now in head that they are chopped off from basically body and soul and heart. And of course, how they're supposed to use discernment, what is really going on in the world, situation, in your personal life, if you're just using head. And it's really all about dropping into your body and listening your body and listening your heart. Because all this intuition coming from here. Yes, some people may awaken more your intuition with listening, like you have these whispers. But often people are first, they feel that, they sense that, they have this inner knowing. Some people may be the seers, but often when you awaken, it's coming later. So it's really sitting with yourself, and if you listen to someone, how does this feel in my body? Not just blindly listening and following someone. I hope this makes sense. And of course, I don't know where you are on your journey. If you have lots of traumas and still, working through them and limiting beliefs, of course, you need to first heal that, because this definitely is a huge blockage from being truly connected with yourself. All these beliefs, the truth is all these illusions. So I hope this makes sense. But what if we all are full of darkness? What do you mean by full of darkness? I mean, you have this part of you that they need to be loved. And through that, you heal and you transform. There are people who are... Okay, let me just clear this. There are people who've been possessed by darkness. There are people who sold their soul before they even incarnated. And they are like a psychopaths, all this kind of people, They have no soul. They sold their soul. Certain maybe politics, certain people, they sold their soul and they are possessed by darkness. Those people who are doing this horrible ceremonies on children, or like this, about sex as well. Like, these people are definitely possessed by darkness, fully, period. By you, darling, whoever was Nancy asking this, you're not full of darkness. You wouldn't ask that question. People who are possessed, they don't even think about that question. The same people who are narcissistic and they are possessed, they would never even come up with that question like that. If it's something wrong with them, they all feel like they are amazing. So you, by asking this, and there are some people who are soulless. Sometimes it happens, which is so sad. It's so sad. I don't know, that for some people can be really a lot, but I'm just sharing. You just take what you resonate with, what helps you on this spiritual journey, let's leave it. It can happen that, for example, when you were a child and you experience huge abuse, like say sexual abuse, it creates so much holes in energy field and in you that this dark energy can come through and possess you with soulless beings. And then your personality is changing from that moment and nothing can help you. It's really sad. Even when I'm speaking, I'm feeling so sorry for these people, because no therapy, no modalities will help them. And it's really sad. It can happen that you could have abduction from other beings out there. And I'm just speaking from experience, because my partner had, they did some experiment on him when he was a child. Luckily, he was not possessed. I'm glad to. Otherwise, anyway, I wouldn't be with him. So, yes, there's a lot to comprehend, and that's why I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm here to support you, and you just take what is good for you where you are right now. This is the most important, and the most important is that you accept where you are. Not resisting, not fighting, not trying to speed up anything. All is gonna unfold for you in perfect way. So you just need to trust and just follow that. And very important, sitting with yourself and allowing to be guided. So important. So Nancy mentioned, if we are full of darkness, what we are, if we are full of illusion. That's it. The moment you clear those illusions, like, I'm not good enough. This is illusion. So many things are illusion, actually. Most things are illusion here on this third dimensional consciousness. It's all illusion. The money, chasing money, it's illusion. So if we may be full of illusion, but not full of darkness. We are beautiful beings here. We are beautiful souls, most. But we've been put in this matrix system that so much fear been injected in us, manipulation and control. And this journey is teaching you, remembering that you are a sovereign being. It's really, I have all energy going from me as I speak with you. It's really helping you to get out of the matrix system, having connection with the source, so then you remember who you are as a soul in this human body with this human experience, and that you are a sovereign being. So I hope, again, the karmic deck, this is another thing I could talk about here. So for people who missed that at the beginning of the stages, all is this recorded and is gonna be published on YouTube, so you can go back and watch all that, basically the beginning. If you missed that stages, you can go and check there. Okay, do you believe that crystal energies can assist us? Again, it depends who you are, and it depends who you're connecting with, what helps you. So for some people, absolutely. If you are, let's say, starseed that are connected with angels and connected with crystals, lots of people who are just awakening are connected with crystals. And if this makes you feel good and helping you, use it. There's not right or wrong way. It's what works for you. And I know lots of people who are at the beginning of the journey using lots of crystals. Lots of people are like being drawn to crystals. And they have beautiful energies. And some people are truly connected with crystals. It's like their DNA, their template, the blueprint of their soul, it's connected with crystals. So they're gonna work with crystals. Like some people are more connected with nature, and they work with nature, let's say herbs, or different things. So we have different templates, different blueprints, and therefore that's why we are not the same. And whatever works for you, you just listen that. And then you may come to different understanding and use different tools, different energies. So what I mean seeds, it's star seeds, soul seeds, earth seeds. So they are just basically different templates of people. Like I am source seeds. This means that I have direct connection with the source. And often how this is gonna show up that, you just can see different things. You can feel like you can do many things. Then there are star seeds, and I'm sure, I don't know, but I see a lot of groups, star seeds. There's lots of group about star seeds. Star seeds are very much connected with angels. They may use tarot cards. They are very much connected with some galactics. They are saying, I am Pleiadian, or Arcturus, like they have this remembering from which galactic they come from, especially when they more awaken already. So often they can channel, for example, angels. Like I am not interested in channeling angels because I have different connection. And here there's no one that you are better, I am worse or something. It's nothing like this. We have just different templates. And earth seeds, they are more earthy, so they're not gonna resonate so much. That's why whoever is here on this call, some of you, for you, gonna be like, whoa, this is so woo-woo, like this is just too much for me, because your understanding is different. And earth seeds normally wake up through certain events, you know, like this one, like COVID. This, lots of earth seeds has and gonna be awakened through this events, what is happening now globally. They just awakening through just events, different events, basically different way. And how this showing up on when you're scanning the chakra, they don't have crystals like star seeds and source seeds. They have crystals. So this is, you know, when you're checking if there is some, if one of the crystals is broken as well, you may feel certain way. So it's really important to dive deeper on that and do deeper clearing, you know. And earth seeds are very much more like earth. They are more maybe into more yoga. They're not gonna, like energy healing, what I do, quantum healing, may not really resonate with them. They need completely different modalities, what works for them. Because energy, like what I do, is more for like people who resonate with this would be more star seeds or source seeds. You know, so we all need it here, because what is great that, you know, we have different templates, and therefore we bringing different vibration and different consciousness, and it's beautiful, because we all need it here. You know, every template is so needed. Otherwise, imagine like everyone would be the same template. How boring would be that? But we have then different skills and different abilities. So I hope this makes sense now. Yeah, okay. So I think, are there any more questions? Like yoga, I think it's more earth seeds. I mean, again, it depends on person, because now lots of people doing yoga. It doesn't mean that they just do yoga and that's it. You know, they may still have, if they do still like connected with angels, so still they may be still, of course, star seeds. But so I'm not saying that there's a rule, because again depends, you know. But what I mean, earth seeds are more like grounded. They're not gonna resonate things with what I am doing, you know. Right. Are there any questions before? I'm just gonna give you some kind of exercise to help you to, because on this journey, what is really important is the acceptance. Where you are. No more avoiding, no more pretending that you're not there, resisting. It's just really acknowledging and really sitting with that what is, and accepting what is. This is part of this awakening journey, is a big part. So I would love you to sit comfortable, like make yourself comfortable, not maybe lying, just sitting. And just take a few deep breaths so you can really tune into yourself, connect with yourself. Connect with yourself, take a few deep breaths. And maybe even if you want to put a hand on your chest, then do that. So you're really dropping from your mind into your body, connecting with your heart. And I'm gonna ask you questions, and I want you to be honest and accept what is. The honesty is very important. If you're lying yourself, you're living in illusion. So being honest is very important, and accepting what is. Yeah? So close your eyes, and then I'm gonna ask you first question. Are you truly happy? Are you living your life fully? And really sit with that, whatever answer is. It is what it is, and just accept that. What aspect of your life you are not happy? Just sit with this. Be honest. And just accept. Just really accept. It is what it is. That's it. Not pretending. Not denying. Just be honest. The truth will liberate you. What can I do to take my power back so I am aligned with my soul? Am I living out of alignment, or where am I living out of alignment? Which area of your life? Job, health, relationship? Where do I need to speak up for myself? How can I take more responsibility for my life and take some action? Do I catch myself to blame others? What would it take to stop judging myself? What would it take to have better boundaries? What can I do to create support I desire? So I want you to take 2 deep breaths. Breath in and out. And again, breath in and out. And how is it for you to sit with these answers with yourself and be honest? I'm just curious. Elena, I can put in the circle. So I have circle for those who don't know me. Actually, my name is Carolina and I do quantum healing, clearing lots of stuff on many different levels. Now you know it's not only trauma and inner child stuff, but more importantly on other levels, where we are blocked. So I also have circle here. It calls Let Love In with Carolina. So you can join this. Elena, I'm happy to post these questions there so you can sit with them. So I'll share with them. And the last was, what can I do to create support I desire? I just want to share with you something. I'm really inviting you to open yourself for receiving support. Not only on this journey, but generally. My old belief was that I am alone and I need to do everything by myself. And this can truly limit you in so many different ways, because by opening myself for support and being guided to amazing healers, teachers, and so on, and therefore I can now share the gift with other people, I wouldn't be here without receiving that support. And sometimes our ego take place, or these beliefs that I need to do everything by myself, that we can rob ourselves from many things. Because the truth is, we meant to support each other. And it's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay not knowing. And especially when people have patterns that they're proving themselves how great they are, even more is to really accept not knowing. It's okay not knowing. And why I'm sharing this, because no matter what you do, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are, I don't know, full-time mom, whether you are a healer, whether you are a teacher, doesn't matter. If you reach the point that, let's say, you don't know what to do next, whether helping yourself, or let's say you are a teacher and you don't know how to come across a clearer way, ask other people who are doing that. Don't feel shame that, you're gonna ask for the support, or what they're gonna think about me. This is ego. So you're not only harming yourself and blocking yourself, but let's say if you are a teacher, you're harming those kids as well. Because your ego is stopping, I should know. I'll give you an example. I had such a humbling experience this week, actually. I cried actually for a whole day because of this experience, I'm honest with you. I'm working with one lady. I'm supporting her on her journey. Actually, I've never worked with someone, if I'm honest, that battling cancer. And especially at this stage where she is. So I've been working, supporting with her. We've been doing different things. And you see, I could be in my ego and saying, I am this healer, I'm gonna do this and blah, 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 blah. But I literally got to the point, like, I need support. I need support. I need it, so I shared with her that, I feel that certain person could help her, and referred her to other person that I know deeply and know her. And it was so humbling energy for me it's okay not know. It's okay to ask. I want more than anything that she is healthy and she's happy. And of course I am supporting and I will be supporting her, but I also need support. Seeing this from different angle. It's so important. Don't be in your ego whether you need support for yourself, or maybe you're doing whatever it is, whether it's accounting, whether it's, I don't know, whatever job, doesn't matter. Get out of this illusion that you need to know everything. Or you're not good enough if you don't know. You're harming yourself and others. And I cried half day because of that. My heart was so full. And it was so humbling energy that it just put me in that state that seeing how easy it could be to go into ego and these illusions, where lots of people are there. They pretend that they know everything and they don't. And it was so nice to reach out and being supported on this journey. It's amazing. We really need that. So my invitation is to create a supportive network. Connect with people who you resonate. Follow that your heart. You will be guided to right people, to right places that they're gonna support you. And whatever you do, create your supportive network. If you are a teacher or lawyer, create that. So if you don't know, ask. There's no shame about this. There's a shame. There's really huge illusion when we're harming by being in our egos and old patterns that I should know everything. That's basically bullshit. And so it's really important to, if you know that you can, just reach out. whoever you need to reach out. Ask. So I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that journey, that session with me. I hope you have more clarity now. I hope it was helpful. Again, you can join my circle. It's called Let Love In with Carolina if you want to be in that space. Yeah. Any other question before we finish? If not, then I'm wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you this journey with acceptance and with peace and surrendering. So lots of love, and see you in the next live or next time. Bye for now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to share a bit of your day today with me. I would like to invite